Oh, yeah, we're talking about this hurricane that continues to move at that fast pace, like Jay was talking about there. It has max sustained winds at 85 right now. It had 90-mile-per-hour winds as it came on shore at the mouth of the Mississippi. And we still have that tornado watch in place along the central Gulf Coast, primarily here in southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and western Florida. And that's until 2 a.m. And we're going to continue to see these bands move around as it moves in. So right now, very light rain, but we could see severe storms pop up in just an instant like we had this evening with these tornado warnings that have popped up across southern Alabama. We've seen some near Alabaster earlier, south of Birmingham. So when they move in, they'll be moving in very quickly indeed. And it looks like the prime time for that kind of activity will most likely be into the early morning hours through tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very stormy day. Winds starting to pick up in Rome, but they're really going to be picking up into the early morning hours. We should see gusts up to 50 miles per hour across much of northwest Georgia, and conditions will be going downhill around here as well across the metro area, where we'll see 25 to 35 mile per hour winds with some gusts up to 50 miles per hour. They sent the hurricane reconnaissance planes out there a little earlier on, and the winds were clocked up at 99 miles per hour. So a little bit stronger in the higher elevations where the hurricane hunters were flying here. So a formidable storm as it moved in, but moving at such a pace that it is going to be out of there rather quickly, moving to the north at 20 right now, 35 miles south-southwest of Biloxi, Mississippi, as it continues on its path by early tomorrow, moving through southern Alabama and then making its way across northern Alabama by tomorrow afternoon and evening. That's when we will really be under the gun here across North Georgia in terms of the severe weather. And then it rockets off towards the northeast as we head into Monday during the first day of the work week. So tropical storm warning still in place for northwest Georgia. That means tropical storm conditions are imminent and will be moving in. Tropical storm watch for much of North Georgia into Carroll County, into Cobb County, into Cherokee County, 2 to 4 inches in the watch area. Those winds 25 to 35, gusts to 50. So that's much of the metro, at least the western part of it, and parts of North Georgia as well, and a flash flood watch for much of North Georgia, Floyd County stretching over in towards Helen and into Clayton, 3 to 5 inches in the watch area. And be particularly careful if you're in the mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains. We could see flash flooding in that higher terrain because this rain is going to come in, and it's going to come in fast. We will see the heaviest amounts to our northwest, but even across parts of the metro, we could easily see 2 to 4 inches of rain. We haven't really had any rain since Irma, any measurable rain. So this, at least the ground, hopefully will be able to absorb a lot of this. So as we head into the overnight hours, notice how the rain is coming in very heavily. You may be awakened to the sound of thunder and heavy rain. Little break early on in the morning, and then the really heavy stuff moves in. This is lunchtime, and we could have torrential rainfall moving in. That threat of severe as we head into the afternoon and evening. This is 6 o'clock, and heavy rain possibly Dalton into Blairsville. And then once we get into the overnight hours, we should start to see some improvement. Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma, giving us a chance for a slight chance across West Georgia, and then a marginal chance across the Atlanta metro area. So we have to be prepared to respond if there are severe thunderstorms or tornadoes that pop up quickly across the Atlanta metro area and North Georgia. So 100% chance of storms tomorrow, 70% chance on Monday, and then slowly a little bit better each day. And by the end of the week, a much different weather picture. But stay tuned for what's going to happen on Sunday. We'll be right back.